My name's Kristi. We're here today for a 60-minute Vinyasa flow. So big picture with yoga, it's all about the breath. So keeping your breath, yoking your movements to your breath. So if at any point whatever we're doing isn't feeling right, isn't feeling good in your body, just take a pause. You can always come down to child's pose. You can just come back to mountain pose, really whatever's comfortable for you, whatever works for your body. So we're going to start in mountain pose today. So starting with your feet, just around hip width distance apart, wherever is comfortable, grounding all four corners of your feet into the mat. What that means is putting basically each side of the ball of your foot and then each side of your heel, grounding those into the mat. So tiny little micro bend in your knees, nice strong legs all the way up, good strong core. Your hands out to the side, facing the front of the room. We're just going to start to breathe. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Starting to bring our focus to our breath. Rooting down in those feet to feel that energy from the floor all the way up to the crown of your head. Sometimes it can help to kind of tuck the chin just a little bit so you can really feel the length in the back of that cervical spine all the way up to the crown of your head. If you have an intention that you'd like to set for today, something you want to focus on, something you want to bring more of into your day, you can set that intention right now. Maybe just one word. It's easy to come back to. Your next inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, extended mountain, reaching up towards the sky. Shoulders staying down, so those shoulder blades are staying pulled together in the back body. But that energy is reaching up through your fingertips. Starting to wake up just a little bit more. Stretch that we all naturally want to take when we first wake up, reaching up towards the sky. Right? Reach up, clasp those hands together. You can leave your pointer finger and your thumb pointing up at the ceiling. To inhale to reach up. And as you exhale, start to fall over towards the right side, opening up that right side body. Keeping those shoulders down. Feeling that opening up in between each individual rib. I don't know about y'all, I'm feeling my triceps are stretching out after yesterday's Olympics. Inhale up to center. Reach up towards the sky and exhale, fall towards the other side. On this side, maybe you want to keep looking forward, or maybe you're looking under your arm on this side. Might feel different on each side, and that's fine. Just feeling that opening up, maybe even through the hip. But keep that breath in through the nose and out the nose. Inhale back up to center. Reaching up, up, up. And as you exhale, release your hands. Bringing your hands back to the small of your back. You can make two fists, or you can have your palms open, the small of your back. As you inhale, start to press those hips forward to bring your chest, so that your chest faces up towards the ceiling. Shoulders are still down, but a nice little mini baby back bend. Doesn't matter how far you're bending. Maybe you're bending super far. Maybe you're bending a little bit. Whatever feels right in your body this morning. Continue that inhale and exhale. Inhale back up to center. You can release your hands just down to your sides. One more big inhale here in mountain pose. Feeling nice and tall, maybe even a little bit more awake already. And as you exhale, bend your knees, come forward to forward fold. So bend your knees as much as you need, as much as is comfortable. And then pull that belly button in towards your spine. Your chest falls down towards your knees or towards your thighs. Your hands can be just kind of floating by your sides. You can grab back behind your calves to try and pull your chest just a little closer, but keeping as much or as little of a knee bend as you like this morning. Lots of times those hamstrings are pretty tight after sleeping, after sitting. So give your body some grace and just breathe into where you're at. Allow the crown of your head to fall down towards the floor while you pull that tailbone up towards the sky. As you inhale, bend your knees, start to slowly roll up. Your head's the last thing up, but slowly roll that up. Come back to mountain pose. We're going to start to move just a little bit faster with our breath this time. So inhaling the arms up overhead. Exhaling, bend your knees, forward fold. As we inhale, dropping the hips down towards the mat, balancing on the balls of your feet for our Garland pose. So lifting your chest on up, and bring your hands to heart center, shoulders down, just getting a little bit of balance first thing in our practice today. Feel like you're tucking that tailbone under. We don't want too much of an extension in our back. Nice straight spine. One more big inhale, then your next exhale, come back to forward fold. One breath here. And then as you inhale, bend your knees. Stand back on up, arms sweep up overhead. Extended mountain. Then exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do that again. A little bit more movement, a little bit more breath in our morning. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to Garland pose. Chest open, shoulders down. Exhale back to forward fold. Inhale, arms sweep up. Extended mountain. Hands back to heart center. Let's do one more. Your own pace, your own breath. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Always bending the knees to get into and out of forward fold. Inhale to our Garland pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, back on up. And exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to jump straight on into it, friends. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sink down to chair pose. Yep, that's where we're starting today. In our chair pose, feel like you kind of tuck that tailbone under so you don't have too much of a bend in your lower back. Nice and strong. You want still the natural curvature of your spine. So I'm not saying to tuck your tailbone under way too far so that you have a nice flat back, like straight back, but flat and straight as in follows the natural curves. So if it feels like too much on your shoulders, you're always welcome to bring your hands to heart center. But all right, let's kick that bar stool away. We're going to sink lower into an actual chair. There we go. We warm up. Keep that breath flowing. Keep that breath flowing into that energy in those legs. Shoulders stay down. We're going to start to twist. So twist on over towards the right side of the room, bringing that left elbow to the outside of that left knee, or right knee, sorry. Trying to keep those knees square so that one knee always wants to try and move forward. Not today. Inhale back on up to center. Let's twist to the other side. Exhale as we twist on over. You can try and press with that elbow, trying to press that chest open to bring your hands to heart center. It's not like that's the end goal. That's That's the journey we get to be on. Just trying to move those hands closer towards heart center. Keep lengthening that spine, exhaling those shoulders down. Inhale back to center. Sit here for one more minute. Not really a minute. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to Garland. Balancing those fingertips on the floor if you like. Exhale back to forward fold. Inhale, bend knees, arms sweep up overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, sit down into chair pose. We're not twisting this time. We're just stopping by here and passing. One big inhale and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands come to shins, halfway lift to flat back. And exhale, forward fold. Planting the hands on the mat, stepping back to plank. You can stay on your toes in plank and come down to your knees, but those shoulders are over your wrists. Nice and strong here in plank, hanging on here for just a moment. Inhale to lengthen that spine. And as you exhale, start to gently lower down towards the mat, elbows hug your sides, high plank to low plank. And then press up as you inhale, pressing up into baby cobra. So squeeze your butt, your hands just press gently into the mat, open up your chest. If you'd rather, you can press all the way up into upward facing dog. And then exhale, tuck those toes, exhale back to downward facing dog. We get to hang out here for 3 breaths. You can walk your dog, paddling your heels down towards the floor. Pressing that tailbone up towards the sky. Shoulders are down away from the ears. And engage all 10 fingers into the mat. Like it's a suction cup on each hand, suction cupping onto the mat. Those strong shoulders are pulled down into the back body to help support the weight from your upper body. So your wrists don't have to take it all. Inhale, bend your knees, look between your hands. And exhale, swing your left foot in between your hands. You can help it along if you need to get that knee over ankle. Nice low lunge. Open up that chest. One big inhale. And then exhale, rotate that back foot. So it's about 45 degrees. So you can inhale on up to warrior 1. Those hips are trying to face the front side of that room. So maybe tap that left hip back just a little bit. Adjusting as you need to. Sinking nice and low with that front foot. That knee is still over ankle, pressing that knee out towards the side. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. And exhale, open up your elbows to the sides. Little mini baby back bend here. Once again, opening up our heart towards the ceiling. Shoulders staying down. Core is strong and engaged to help hold you up. Inhale back up to center. And exhale, cartwheel your hands back to either side of the foot. Lift that back foot and step on back to plank. We're going to roll through our vinyasa from high plank, lower gently down to the mat, down to low plank. And then inhale, press up to baby cobra, cobra or upward facing dog. And then exhale, back to downward facing dog. Modifying our sun B sequence just a little bit this morning. Inhale, bend your knees, look between your hands. And then exhale, bring that right foot forward, helping it along as needed. Low lunge, open up that chest, shoulders staying down. And then rotate that back foot 45 degrees. Inhale on up to warrior 1. Once again, tapping that right hip back to help bring that left hip forward. Those hips are facing the front of the room. That back foot is at about 45 degrees, so you can press through the back blade of that back foot. That back leg is strong. Feel the energy all the way from the earth, spiraling up your legs, spiraling up your core, leading through your fingertips up top. Inhale, reach up to the sky, and exhale, open up your arms to the side. That baby back bend this on this side. That core is strong. That heart opens up towards the sky. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, cartwheel those hands back to the floor. Step on back to plank. Knees down or toes down, either one. Exhale, high plank to low plank. Inhale up to upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Reconnecting with your breath, bringing your focus back to the mat, back to your breath, back to how your body's feeling today. Keep pulling those shoulders down, keep pressing that chest toward your knees. Your ears are between your biceps. As much or as little of a bend as you need in those knees, but just keeping a tiny little micro bend. You can actually straighten out those legs all the way. Your next inhale, bend your knees, look between those hands. And as you exhale, you can walk those feet up towards your hands, or if you'd rather, you can jump for a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift to our flat back. Flat meaning having still our natural curves in the spine. And exhale down the forward fold. Inhale, bend knees, sink hips, chair pose. It's even a smaller chair than the first one we sat on. Even smaller than the second one we sat on. These chairs keep getting shorter. And inhale, stand on up, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sink into chair. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. One more breath, inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to shins or thighs. Exhale, plant your hands, step on back to plank. High plank. And then one more exhale as you start to lower down towards the mat. Inhale up to upward facing dog. And exhale, back to downward facing dog. Resting here for just a moment. On your next exhale, bring that left foot on through. Rotate that back foot. And inhale up to warrior one. Inhale, reach those arms up high. Exhale, shoulders are down. Inhale, reach up one more time, and exhale those elbows out to the side. Little mini baby back bend once more. Inhale back up to center. Back up to our warrior one. We get to fly into warrior three already. So start to bring your weight more into your front foot, lifting up onto the ball of your back foot. Bringing that chest up over that front leg until you can fly into warrior three. So we're balancing on that front leg. That back foot is as if it's stepping on the back wall. Your hips are still square towards the floor. Your palms facing the mat. Picking one spot on the floor for your drishti. One spot to focus on. Come back to that inhale and exhale through the nose. Your core is strong and engaged. If you're wobbly and fall out of your warrior three, it's all good. Come back to it. How we get to be stronger warriors. We get back up every time we fall, right? On your next exhale, start to bend that front leg so much that that back leg starts to land. Coming on back to warrior one. Settling into our warrior one, feeling that stability of both feet on the floor. One more inhale, reach up high. Exhale, cartwheel the hands to either side of the foot. Exhale is going to bring us all the way through from high plank to low plank. And then inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale back toward downward facing dog. As your mind starts to wander, bring your focus back to your body, noticing how one side feels compared to the other. It's always nice to do in between sides. So we got to fly on warrior three on the one side. How does that feel compared to the other side? On your next exhale, bring that right leg through between your hands. Rotate that back foot and then inhale on up, warrior one. Maybe you want to tap that right hip back to make sure that left hip pulling forward. Need to readjust your feet. You can definitely do that. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, shoulders down. Sink a little lower in that front leg. I know you can. One more inhale and exhale. Open up to that baby back bend. In our cactus arms, those elbows are pulling back, pulling your shoulders down, opening up those arms, opening up that chest. Inhale back up to center. Sink those shoulders down. Sink a little lower in that front leg. I know you can go lower. There you go. Inhale, start to bring more weight into that front foot, lifting up that back foot off the mat. Coming up to warrior three on the other side. So balancing on that right leg, that left leg steps on that back wall. If your balance is really challenging today, you definitely can do that. You can scoot yourself over next to the wall and actually put your foot on the wall. That can help. We'll pull those shoulders down. We're looking at the floor somewhere that keeps our gaze and our spine nice and aligned. Keep breathing. Keep trying. And we'll keep flying, right? Finding stillness in the storm. That one leg, that one foot, working hard. It's all right. Keep breathing through it. Your next exhale, start to bend that front leg so much so that that back leg comes back on down. Warrior one. Feeling stable and strong. Sinking lower in that front leg. There you go. One more inhale to reach up. And exhale, cartwheel your hands to either side of the foot. Exhale brings us all the way down through our vinyasa, high plank to low plank. Then inhale to our upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. And checking back in and noticing if both sides feel even, or if they don't. Just notice. Keep pressing that chest towards those knees. Pressing those heels down towards the mat. And your next exhale, bring those feet up to meet the hands. You can jump, you can step, whatever you like. And exhale down to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to chair. Our smallest chair yet. Sink a little lower. There you go. And inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Back into our mountain pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, back to forward fold. Plant the hands, step back to plank. Stand here in plank. Just like in our downward facing dog, pressing all 10 fingers into the mat. If that still feels like too much when we're hanging out here in plank, you can come down to your elbows if your wrists are not enjoying this. Hang out here in plank. We're going to rotate over to side plank. If you'd like to come down to your knees, that can help with an option. Same with the elbow. But we're going to inhale that left arm up towards the sky for side plank on the one side. So you're facing the left side wall. Your shoulder is over your wrist. Your body's nice and flat, as if you're being squished in between two panes of glass. Reaching that top arm up towards the sky. You can have your feet on the floor. You can have one knee. And as you exhale, rotate back to center, back to our center plank. Pull that belly button in towards the spine. And on your next inhale, rotate towards the other side. Facing the right side wall this time. Our side plank on the left, still staying strong all through that core. We're not falling forward or back. Our body's nice and flat. Inhale as you feel that energy from your bottom hand all the way up through your top hand. And exhale back to center. Our high plank feels strong. Exhale down to low plank. Hugging those elbows to your sides. Whew, nice break. Inhale up to upward facing dog. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Enjoying the rest. When we first start out in the practice, downward facing dog might not feel like a rest pose. But after all that work, it usually feels a little bit more restful. And if it doesn't, that's okay too. Inhale, bend your knees, look between your hands. And exhale, bring that left foot in between. Helping that leg along if you need to, getting that knee over ankle. Rotating that back heel, inhale up to warrior one. Keeping those hips square to the front of the room. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, open up to warrior two. Rotating those hips to face the side wall. Those shoulders are staying down. Shoulders and hips are in line. Lots of times as we rotate those hips, we want to take our front leg with us. Let's not do that. Press that knee out towards the middle two toes. If you want to go a little bit deeper in your warrior two, you can lift up that heel. Sink a little lower. Whew, that's very intense. In warrior two, that back foot is still at 45 degrees. We're still pressing through that energy, the back leg, that foot. Start to inhale and sweep that left arm up overhead. Right arm tucks back behind your back for sun warrior. Looking out underneath that front arm or looking straight ahead as you were before. Shoulders staying down, but just like how we started today, feeling that side body stretch in every single rib. Sinking lower in that front leg, back leg is still straight. Inhale back up to center, unwinding those arms. The next inhale, start to reach forward, reaching forward to bring your torso closer over towards that front leg. Reach until you can't reach anymore for extended side angle. So your elbow rests on your knee or the floor. Your top arm reaching forward, so it's an unbroken line of energy. Your back heel all the way up to your front hand. just like we were before, as if we were squished between two panes of glass. So keep that chest opening up. If you feel like your chest isn't very open, you can come on up to bring that elbow to your knee, gently resting your elbow there. We're not dumping our weight there. Keep that heart opening. Let's fly to half moon. So we start to straighten that front leg as we bring our weight more into our front leg. You can bring your block, if you have it, to one side or the other of your foot, or just reach for the floor. To lift that back leg off the floor as if you're standing on that back wall. Your top arm is straight ahead. Those hips are still open towards the side wall. If your balance is feeling on fire today, you can lift up that bottom hand so it's just that one leg on the floor. You can scooch over so you can be stepping on that back wall, or you can have that block to help bring the floor a little closer to you, wherever you need it. But keep that top arm reaching up towards the sky to keep that heart opening. You still breathing? Let's land back into our extended side angle. So landing that back foot. So bring that top arm forward. And inhale back to warrior two. How you guys feeling? Nice and warm? Good. One big inhale, and then exhale. Cartwheel your hands to either side of that front foot. Rotate that back foot, step back to plank. High plank to low plank. Inhale up to upward facing dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. That one leg feels good and strong. Let's strengthen the other leg. Inhale, bend those knees, look between your hands. And exhale, bring that right leg through. Rotate that back foot. Inhale up, warrior one. Big inhale to reach up. Exhale, bring those shoulders down. One big inhale, and exhale, open up to warrior two. The warrior two on this side. Sometimes we need to readjust how wide our stance is in warrior two. That's all right. Just make sure that those hips and shoulders are in line so you're not one way or the other. Might put undue stress on that front leg. But that front leg, knee is over ankle. Knee is pressing out towards those middle 2 or 3 toes. Shoulders are down. Just feeling strong, powerful. Keep that inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Inhale to sun warrior, sweeping that right arm back overhead. That left arm tucks back behind. Opening up that side body. Feeling that right lung inflate. And exhale back to warrior two. The shoulders are still down. Sink a little lower in that front leg. Inhale, start to reach forward. We get to our extended side angle. You know where we're going because we've been there before. So reaching forward for that extended side angle, landing either on that knee or on the floor, reaching that top arm forward. Still opening that chest up. There you go. Send that energy through those top fingertips. Let's fly to half moon once again. So you can bring that top arm straight up, start to bring your weight more into that front foot, getting that block if you need it. Or reaching for the floor, that back foot stepping on that back wall. Open that chest up towards the side wall as you reach that arm on up. So your front leg is straight with just that micro bend in the knee. That hand is either on the floor, balancing above the floor, on a block. If this feels like too much, you can make this a kneeling half moon. So coming down to your knee and either your hand or your elbow and making a kneeling half moon as well. Keep breathing in through the nose, out the nose. Sometimes we want to hold our breath, try and grit our teeth and just get through it. This is a journey to be enjoyed. So keep breathing. On your next exhale, start to bend that front leg and land that back leg. And back to our extended side angle. Inhale up to warrior two. You guys doing good? Feeling good? Awesome, we're feeling strong. Exhale, cartwheel the hands to either side of the foot. Step back to plank. And exhale, high plank to low plank. Inhale up to upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Resting here in our downward facing dog. Being so proud of all the work that we just did. Because that was a lot. That was a lot in those legs. Next, inhale, bend those knees, look between the hands. And exhale, bring those feet up towards the hands, however you like, for forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend knees, arms sweep up, overhead extended mountain. Reaching up, and exhale, hands to heart center. Now that those legs are nice and strong, let's see what kind of balance we have. We're going to find tree pose. So starting to put more of your weight into that right foot. Take your left foot and you can kickstand it to the side. If you like, you can also bring your left foot to the inside of the calf, or you can tuck it all the way up in your thigh, as long as you're not pressing that foot into the knee. So your tree pose can be wherever that tree feels right today. But keep pressing that knee out towards the side. Keep those shoulders down. That core strong is going to help with balance. Root down through that one balancing foot to rise all the way up. Feel every muscle in your body working to help balance and stabilize you. You want to rise up and open up your arms, growing those branches if you like. You can keep your hands at heart center for balance. You want to start swaying in the wind, swaying in the breeze, really challenge your balance. Maybe you're swaying in the breeze without trying to. That's just fine. However much you're wiggling on that bottom foot, it's all good. When we work on balance, we improve balance, right? Just come back into it. Come back to center. And bring your hands back to heart center. Release that foot. Bring that knee towards the front for single leg mountain pose. So balancing on that right foot, left leg is out in front. Single leg mountain pose. Let's dance a little bit. Start to swing that leg back behind and take your left hand to the inside of that left foot. You can clasp wherever is comfortable on that foot. Usually it helps on the arch of the foot. And then start to kick that foot into the hand. For dancer's pose, bringing that chest forward, kicking that leg back, bringing your right arm forward, reaching forward. I'll hold your hand for balance. There we go. I gotcha. Keep kicking that foot into the hand. If you fall, that's okay. Get back into it. No problem. Just checking you guys all out in class. You're looking great. Whew. Come on back to center. Gently landing. Back both feet on the floor. Let's see how our balance is on the other side. You can shake it out just a little bit and then bring your weight into your left foot this time. Kickstand in that right foot. You can kickstand it low, keeping those toes on the floor. You can bring your leg up a little higher on your calf, or you can tuck that leg all the way up into your thigh, but keep that knee pressing out towards the side. Our balance is different every day too. So maybe yesterday, your balance was like on fire and you were balancing on one toe while you were doing tree pose. That's awesome. And now today, if you're kickstanding on the bottom, that's all you got, all good. Just keep breathing. Rooting down in that left foot this time. To rise up, you can grow those branches, or you can keep your hands at heart center. If you pick one spot on that wall, set your focus just right there. That stillness and that focus can help you find stillness in your body. Bringing your attention back to your breath, or whatever your intention was for the day. You can come back to that right now. You want to sway in the breeze, do that. Bring your hands back to heart center. Release that foot. Come on up to single leg mountain pose. This time, that right leg is out in front. Still feeling strong and engaged into the floor on that left foot. Let's go to dancer's pose on this side. So if you want for counterbalance, you can even lift up that left arm while you swing that right leg back. Bring your right hand to the inside of that right foot, and then start to kick that hand into the foot. Your gaze starts to fall towards the floor, still picking one unmoving spot on the floor, reaching that hand forward, kicking that foot back. Feel that energy from the foot on the floor, the foot kicking back, all the way out through those fingertips. Continue, inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Gently come back up to center and land both feet and shake it out just a little bit. Back to mountain pose. Inhale, arms out, extended mountain. Exhale, bend your knees, forward fold. Noticing how much more space we have in our forward fold now. Inhale up to our Garland pose. So dropping those hips down, balancing on the balls of those feet. Shoulders are down. One more little balance here. You can lift your arms up. Have your hands at heart center. Balancing on the balls of those feet. Keep that tailbone tucked under. That core is still strong. And exhale, you can land those hands on the floor and sink those hips back down towards the floor. So we can sit on down. Send those legs out in front for a seated forward fold. So inhale, lengthen that spine. Inhale those arms on up. And exhale, start to fall the chest over those legs. Landing your hands on your calves the outsides of your feet, on your toes, wherever those hands reach comfortably. Allowing that chest to just melt towards those legs. Inhale finds length. Exhale might find just a little bit more space. Crown of your head is pointing towards wherever the soles of your feet are. So pointing towards the front of the room. Maybe your head's up here, maybe it's lower. All that matters is that we're still breathing. Releasing any tension in your jaw or your shoulders. Inhale, start to slowly come back up to center. Bring your knees in towards your chest. We're going to roll to our backs. So gently rolling back. You can rock and roll if you like for a little bit of fun, or you can roll back one time and start to rock side to side. I'm going to turn to the side so I can still see you guys. When you're done rocking and rolling, release those feet down towards the mat. You can have your hands on either side of the mat. We're going to windshield wiper those legs. So gently windshield wipering side to side. However fast or slow feels nice. Loosening up a little bit of space in that lower back. When your legs get over to the right side, just wait there for a minute. Just pause. Feeling a little bit of stretch on that left side. Allowing your shoulders to melt into the mat. Down away from your ears as your arms are just gently towards the side, wherever they're comfortable. Inhale back up to center. And then windshield wiper just a little bit more. Maybe those legs are moving a little bit slower now, or maybe they're moving faster. But next time your legs get to the left, leave them there. Feeling that opening up in the right side of the spine this time. Softening your gaze on the ceiling. Or you can close your eyes if that feels comfortable. Inhale the legs back to center. You can stay here with your knees bent, or let's find our Shavasana, our corpse pose. Sending those legs out long, allowing your feet to splay out to the sides, adjusting your hips as you need to find just the most comfortable position you can. And those arms are out to the sides, adjusting those shoulders. And just start to settle into your mat. Reconnecting with that breath. If it's not feeling comfortable laying on your back, you can roll over to one side or the other, or you can come up to an easy seat. In our Shavasana, we get to just let all the benefits of everything we did, we just let it soak in. So feel your body just start to soak into your mat Just a little more. So starting from your toes, scan your body, releasing any tension you might have. And breathe into the space in each joint. Releasing the legs into the mat. Allowing the hips to sink in. And breathe into the space in your hips. And send your breath up your spine. As you breathe space into your shoulders, allow your shoulders to settle into the mat just a little more. Send your breath down both your arms and allow them to settle into the mat. And just fully relax. Breathing up through the back of your neck and allowing the crown of your head to settle into the mat. Just noticing your inhale and exhale. If your mind starts to wander, just bring it back. Bring it back to the mat. Bring your focus back to your breath, inhaling, renewing and replenishing your body. And exhaling, sending your energy out to the world. Start to bring some movement back into your body. Wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers, Taking the pad of your thumb, rubbing it on top of all your fingertips. Starting to make some ankle circles, turning your head side to side. Slowly wakening up the body. All of our movement from our practice today, we've got to store it up into our muscles for a rechargeable battery or solar power. All that energy is just stored up in our muscles, and we get to take it with us for the rest of our day, along with this feeling of calm and groundedness. As you're ready, you can bend your knees and roll over to the right side or to the left. Your bottom arm can be a pillow for your head. Feeling that ground support you. Feeling the energy of today's practice just buzz through your body. Keeping your eyes closed or your gaze soft. You can press with your top hand, press up to an easy seat. Shoulders are down. Feeling strong and tall from your hips to the crown of your head. Bring your hands to heart center, your eyes still closed. Big inhale, feel that belly fill up. And exhale. Your next inhale, open up your eyes. And exhale, open your mouth and just let it all out. Friends, the light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me this morning, for joining Eagle Nation across the country, across the world. Hope you guys all have an amazing rest of your day. We'll see you tonight at Jessica's Yoga Nidra.